Hey there, welcome back to Growth on Purpose with me, Claire Chandler. This episode is brought to you by the Strategic Advisor Board and my company, Talent Boost. I help executives and business owners get their teams working together more effectively in less time with less cultural resistance so they can accelerate their business growth on purpose. Now, today's November 1st. It's a day after Halloween. And if you're like me, you stocked up on a bunch of candy that you knew would outlast the trick-or-treaters who may have come knocking on your door. So if you're like me, you bought only the best candy and you have a bunch of leftovers. And that's great because today we're going to talk about how to find the gooey sweet center of your business purpose. We want to focus you on turning that mission confusion that your people are kind of walking around with into mission clarity. Because here's the reality. People will not join, will not stay, will not contribute fully to your company if they don't understand and believe in where you're trying to grow. So I want to share 3 quick ways through a simple exercise that you can find that gooey sweet center known as your mission, as your core, as your purpose. So I want you to think back first, and we're going to talk about point 1, which is look back to the past, to your origin story. Now, if you are a founder of your company, I want you to think back to when you first started your company. If you're a leader of an existing company, I want you to think back to when you first joined. Think about why you started or joined that company in the first place. What drew you to that role? What drew you to either the company that you started or joined? And looking at those first people that you had the opportunity to either hire or surround yourself with, what did they possess and demonstrate uniquely that made your company, your business, your team differentiated? I want you to jot down a couple of things on a quick list and just sort of bottle that up for a second, if you will. Now I want you to think about where you are today. Likely you've made some pivots along the way. You've picked up some new customers or clients. You may have even expanded into some different business lines. You may have picked up additional employees. You very likely lost an employee or 2 along the way. So where are you sitting now? What is your unique value proposition, both to your customers as well as to your employees? What is some of the unique DNA that makes you so special as a company, as a business, as a leader, as a service provider or product supplier to your clients? What is some of that unique DNA, both tangible and intangible? And write that down on a second list. And the third list, you may have guessed, is around where you're going in the future. And I want you to dream boldly and think in as big of a way as possible. And don't think too far down the road. And I'm going to talk about this more in future episodes. We often think of the future as this big, nebulous, far off in the distant horizon. And I want you to think more closely. Think only 5 years down the road. Where do you want your business to be? What do you want your business and you as one of or its only leaders to be known for? How do you want to set yourself apart? So take a few minutes, especially after this video, and put together those 3 lists. Visit them with your team. Make sure they're bulletproofed. Get their input on those lists because this is part of how you build buy-in to where you're trying to grow. And I'll unpack that in a future episode as well. But as you look back across these 3 lists, what do you find in common? What are some of the themes that are recurring, that are the same magnetizing or sticky value proposition that first attracted you into the role or the business that you're in and are still resonating with you and with your people today? The more you find common threads across all the different points in your business's evolution, the more strongly and solidly you can build upon that as a platform for your growth. So make those lists, check them with your people, use those to build a little bit of buy-in, and we're going to unpack those in future episodes. And I'm going to show you even more tips and tricks for how to use that as you move forward and as you put the right people in the right places to help you and your business succeed. So thank you for taking a few minutes out of your very busy day to watch this episode of Growth on Purpose. And I hope you gained at least one valuable tip that you can apply to your business. This is just one small part of my proven 9-step system that I work with my clients through for building commitment, aligning leaders, and accelerating your growth. So if you'd like access to the full one-page Growth on Purpose roadmap, just click the link in the description below. And make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to this channel so you can get daily updates. See you soon.